Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. That's like a first sign of spring, for me anyways. It's flower that appears in my neighbor's yard, just the other side of my driveway. But anyways, that was April 28th. All right, this is going to be like a three-part show. This is going to be a preview of getting Tiger tickets, then opening day, and then hang on to your hats. The Hash Bash. I'm going to cover that. Look at the rest area, 48 miles to the next rest area. That's why I say the giant tire should be a pure Michigan welcome center. We have a welcome center when you head from Ohio north. It's like exit 9. And a nice pure Michigan welcome center there. But from I-94 approaching the city, it sure would be nice to have one. All right. Well, I did get, you can pick up tickets at the box office, and that's what I wanted to do. I had an issue with that, but that's job complete. Now look at the new housing, getting into the urban planning. This is the Lower Cass Corridor, and this has popped up like mushrooms within the last couple of months. I don't know, sometimes you blink, you miss stuff. Things are happening fast. But I'm going to take this little alleyway here, and this is just off of 3rd Avenue. Off in the distance is Jumbo's Bar. Yeah, this was the notorious Cass Corridor. This was the red light district. But now there's a skating park over there and a bunch of skaters out there, so I am going to check that out. Tuscola, that's got to be like the shortest street, but I parked where that blue dot is, and I'm in the Wiggly Recreation Center. Downtown is there on the bottom, but I think there's going to be some housing here. Here's my Ford Focus. Take a good look. They're not going to make those anymore. Not quite sure about that decision by Ford to let go of all the small cars. They need to adjust the hour hand. Other than that, we're pretty close. Off in the distance where this telecommunications tower, that was where Fortune Records was back in the day. Little industrial art, and that is spinning. I like that. All right, we're coming up. Here we go. Welcome to the Wig is what they call it here. And they have all sorts of jumps. And this guy with the dog is pretty good. They're both getting some exercise. Let's just listen in. Basketball too, with nets. You like that? That's always good. All right, the sun was trying to peek through, but all right, and we got a nice parking lot here. So if you like to skate, you have the hookup. It's right off the lodge. Take the lodge south, get off at the Motor City Casino exit, but stay in the left lane and then whip around and take the service drive north. They're on to me, but not to worry. I wasn't doing anything illegal at the moment. Here a playground and swings, and they did the graffiti art on the basketball backboards. But yeah, you see a good number of participants here getting their exercise and trying out new jumps or tricks. The detour, that's the best way to go. I love taking the detour. And people were certainly, that's a big thing, to videotape the jumps and then upload. It's not hard to do the YouTube thing these days. Here's the dog in action again. That was a quick overview here of the WIG, and they say it might not last because I do believe there's a housing development that's going to take place, and why not? This is primetime real estate. Here's an urban trail. I like the way it snakes around through there, the darker green. Kind of the shortest distance between 2 points is like a straight line, but sometimes it zigs and zags a little bit. All right, the website, det.com, that will tell you the air times of the show and also the YouTube link if you just want to watch it on YouTube. But watching an hour video on YouTube just wouldn't do it. All right, well, Jumbos, as promised, and look at the nice mural on the side. Selden Manor. And my friend Brandon at work, he likes to do the skateboard thing. So I know there's a Detroit surf shop up the street. And I'm going to try to get that. But in the meantime, I'm going to look at some of the buildings along the way. Some nice brickwork. But yeah, this lower Cass corridor certainly is hot retail property right now, commercial property, and I think you're going to see a lot happen. There were new windows there. They even have a dolphin in the park. And then this restaurant's been around for a few years, but they have a mural on the backside there. And then I've always liked it. It's a little more expensive when you have all those curves, but when they can do that, the building stands out. Okay, you can get here and lock your bike. Honest John's, and that's certainly a questionable thing too. But look at some of the homes, these older ones. They've survived. And then look up. Isaiah Thomas would say that. And once I started doing that, I discovered, wow, there's some cool stuff if you look up. And the days are getting longer. That is nice. And then here, kind of the castle shape. And this is an ecologically friendly building. It is, I'm going to get the title, the name El More, or the Elmore. But then the Coronado. And they have scooters. Those just kind of popped up within the last year or so. And this one's well kept. It looks like a dollhouse. Certainly the purple stands out. The Fisher Building down yonder. And this was set up as a skate park. My friend Brandon, that's where they were skating out there in front of there. They had a few jumps, but I do not think it's, let's see, that's where the red dot is. But I'm going to go up to Cass. This looks like another business, but they have a unique space. It's kind of a wedge-shaped building, and there you can do some jumps or tricks. And a couple of big flower pots here. Then a sculpture, and it's the Nordine brothers. They are responsible for this one. And a musical symbol. And plumbing and heating supply. Fairly recent. Look at the cornerstone, 2018. So, look at the latest and greatest for toilets and cabinetry and faucet fixtures. And even international from London. Fancy bathtub. Oh, yeah. All right, well, a nice church. And we're going to combine a guitar with a gun. And that's a piece of artwork adorning. Actually doubles, I think, as a security door, too, for the old Miami. And so it's a really cool bar, a veterans place to be sure. And live music. Can't beat that. There's a bottle rocket. And Slows. That was a nice addition to this neighborhood, and that's kind of got the growth going in this neighborhood. Certainly the Little Caesars Arena, the LCA, was the impetus for a lot of this, but it's hot right now, this property, all the way going up to Wayne State. Now the corner bar and Cobb's Bar and Restaurant, I'm going, and they're open. I said, I don't think I've been in here before. And so I'm thinking, okay, we'll check this out. I like this building here. Lions with the shield. It's the Stuberstone. All right, here's the surf place, Detroit Surf, and they're on Cass. Should get the address here. 4240 Cass. DetroitSurf.com. Trying to tell my friend Brandon, I'm not kidding you, there's a surf shop here. They weren't open, otherwise I would have stepped inside, but they got surfboards with the map of Detroit. Yes, indeedy. There's downtown, the downtown loop. Sweet. And you can get apparel, meaning t-shirts and surfboards. Look at that. Nope, they are not open, but that's like a men's store. They had like Playboy stuff, or they did at one time, but here the Stuberstone and Company. Yeah, classic building. And fresh sandwiches. All right, great times, great food. First time for everything, so this was virgin territory, but I was hungry, so sliders. I said, okay, that club sounds real good. And then I did pulled pork minus the pickles. But they have artwork, which is nice, and it's like supposed to be artwork kind of made in the Cass Corridor neighborhood, because it was kind of a artsy neighborhood. As well as the red light district. Here, you can read fast. Okay, so that gives you a little idea of what's happening here. But the artwork, it's not for sale. Unless maybe if you came everything has its price, right? But like the Cass Cafe displays artwork, and the stuff is for sale. So they have a rotating show going on, and it helps the artist as well as the bar too. They get fresh art every couple of months. But I was taking a peek at some of the art. Plum Street. I was never explored Plum Street. Heard about it. That was kind of like the 60s era kind of thing, and I missed out on that. Plum Street. All right, here are my sliders. And they were yummy. I mean, both were great, but I vouch for the club. So anyways, I got my tickets and was keeping track. Okay, one down. I cleared that up. But yeah, the Tigers, what a start so far. And so the dreaded Yankees, the Tigers were on the road. And nearby or just around the corner is the Alley Taco. And do you know in Paris what a Whopper with cheese is? Anyways, Golden Top of the Fisher Building. Or is it the Quarter Pounder? All right, Willis Show Bar. Oh, but this was Tuesday night, so here, share your secrets about Willis Show Bar, and you probably can remain anonymous. But yeah, a bar. Look at the glass block. I love this. And unfortunately, the Cake Ambition is for lease again or for sale. The business went out, but the florist here is still doing okay. The Fleur de Lis, Cinema Detroit. Undiscovered. All right, and here's another building. This was vacant for a long, long time, and look at the masonry work up top. But yeah, they're doing work. Here, Fried Chicken, they're world famous. And then looking through the window here, their special today, this was great. It was chicken. Excellent. Here again, the building, they got a bike lane. And this is real nice. These bike lanes have popped up all over the city. And it makes it biker friendly. All right, Fortune Records. They were at like 3946. Probably if you Wikipedia Fortune Records, I wonder if it would give you that address. Next door, this has been here for a long time, but all right, back to where I parked. All right, next week's show is gonna have a good 30-40 minutes on the Giant Tire. My friend Steve Fry is gonna explain a lot about that. All right. Oh, Man in the City, there's gonna be an event coming up, and that'll probably be in a couple weeks. Hopefully I get some video on that. So this is the ticket I picked up at the ticket office. My friend Darren is going with me, and I was going to send it to his cell phone, but it was so hard with their app. Then you got to link accounts, and I was my account was in my name, then trying to send it to his phone. But obstructed view, and my ticket from the mail isn't as nice as the other one there. But yeah, look at they're all tied up with the Yankees 1-1. And Tigers have played the Yankees tough over the years. And that, yes, it's a final. At the time of this voiceover, the Tigers were in first place with a 7-3 record. Imagine that. And then, well, geez, it was a sports night to be sure. The Red Wings had a good streak there for a while, but they did not make the playoffs. All right, Metro Times, one of the favorite newspapers I like, and it's free. That's a good part of it. But it tells you all the cool stuff that's happening in the city for the next week. Okay, gianttire.info. So I hit that on my cell phone. And there's this cool picture I want you to see. The Giant Tire. That's when it was the Ferris wheel in the World's Fair. And it was the U.S. Royal Tires. So now it's on I-94. So I'm going to get the lowdown for next week's show. And looking on the map, I-94, if you're heading eastbound towards the city, it's right past Southfield. and bordered by the railroad tracks and Outer Drive on the north. And then there's your downtown right there. And there's Comerica Park. And there's the downtown loop. And that's the midsection. All right. So this is just a preview of opening day. But yeah, the Giant Tire. All right, well, let's look what they have for opening day. They advertise a lot for all the different parties, and there's a lot of bars. Here they even have free food delivery. Then this caught my eye, Monroe's Street Fair. This is one of the earliest ones in the year, but it's the, it says the Hash Bash. And live music, comedy, poetry, guest speakers. Music starts at high noon. Totally free. Peace, love, and happiness. Yes, indeed. And I like the one, too. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's a good one, too. All right. The Night's Arts Challenge. Detroit is chock full of art. Then, let's see. Oh, the Trump thing. Oh, Lord. But opening day. So this was the opening day issue. And in Detroit, opening day is, let's just admit it, it's the official opening of spring. I know the calendar this year said March 20th, but let's just say April 6th was the first day of spring. All right, so April 6th, I'm kind of making a mental note there. Check that out. Ann Arbor is a really cool city. Always makes those top 100 lists of cool places to live and so forth. Here, Cream of the Crop. Cream magazine was big. And I have to paint the kitchen someday. Someday won't be today, though. But look at this. I got this sticker for a while. I like the mind thing, and we're always striving for utopia. But here, they have a block party on April 20th. 420. That's come up before. All right, well, then further back they'll have the sexy ads and so forth, but that's why I got the ticket stub. So you show them the ticket stub, and yes, you got the hookup. Okay, now en route to the game. But you know what I'm going to do? This is at mile 205.2 on eastbound I-94. Be careful. The bridge ices before the road. But here's a closer look at the Giant Tire. And it's got the decorative barbed wire around it. But it's not the U.S. Royal Tires, it's the Uniroyal Tire. And my friend Steve will describe this, but this is, it started out as a bias tread, now it's a radial. But, oh yeah, we could put the rest area on the south and a little bit on the north side. I think there's enough room. We need some architects and some road engineers to get on this. But anyways, we're going to do more on the Giant Tire next week. I actually want to park near at Jumbo's Bar, so I'm going to check the skate park out again. But here on this Thursday morning, nobody, I guess the skaters sleep in, but nobody was out skating. It was vacant. But we parked at Jumbo's, and we're going to walk a country mile because it's against my religion to pay for parking. So not to worry. Free parking there at Jumbo's. Here, the Tsunami, it's easy to say Tsunami, but yeah, it takes care of the homeless and people that have a little rough living out on the street. And the Man in the City, they're going to have an event coming up in a couple of weeks. And hopefully I will be able to air some video of fundraiser. All right. There's a sculpture in front of this house. So now the Detroit Shipping Company, what a nice addition to the neighborhood. I didn't know it was going to be that cool. But yeah, you owe it to yourself to visit that place. Here, decorative bus and Cass Corridor. And this was where Chinatown was. All right, look, $25 I could have paid there for parking. No way, Jose. But, $30 here. We're getting closer. Oh, they're on to me. Damn it. All right, Temple Bar, we'll stop there on the way back. Looks like they're doing a little bit development in the parking lot behind them. Here, the Alden. And this is boarded up, but you'd have to think this is going to get repurposed somehow. Oh, I've been on the roof of that one. But this one, they let that one go. It's kind of tore up on the inside. All right, well, art is everywhere, even in the roof there of Little Caesars Arena. Nice church. Here, look, too. That's artwork. It's got forms and color and a pattern. All right, well, we have mass transit, the Q line. Look at this spread. And that's the top dog. So for your next event, so they were doing the opening day parties. It's a to-do. So it should be the official first day of spring and be recognized as a city holiday. Make it a paid holiday. That would even be better. Ernie Harwell, what a class act. He's the opposite side of the spectrum from Donald Trump. Anyways, opening day ceremonies. And so they're introducing the players here. And we're going to get the national anthem. And the first pitch and the flyover. it's official. Spring has sprung, even though the temperature needs to be higher. Okay, Guillermo. He bounced it up there, but he needs to loosen up a little bit. Willie Hernandez. Officially 1:13 in a few seconds was the official opening of spring, first day of spring. All right, they have a time clock back there. I guess that so much time in between pitches, or that's some kind of thing to try to speed up the game a little bit. Oh, that's the first run of the season, but that was for Kansas City, who happened to be the opponent here. Wow, you get a nice view of the GM Global headquarters. And right across the street here is Ford Field, home of the Detroit Pussycats. God, when are they going to do something? Anyways, 340 is the section. It's obstructed view. I want to see how obstructed it is. But you get not an obstructed view of the scoreboard. You get a nice view there. Oh, I'm not to my seat yet. Oh, looky here. The Tigers get one back to tie it up. Up. Okay, well, the railing here is the obstructed view. So that's what I have to deal with. Look at the batting average. The designated hitter, he had a good game, I think, here for the opening day, but he came into the day 0-45. But, yeah, if the Tiger bats heat up, he gets, but they're playing good enough as it is. They're getting the timely hitting. Here at the top of the Broderick Tower. I've been up there before, too. You do get a nice view. And there's a beach ball. In years past, those were banned. Bleacher Creatures had those all the time. But look, a crane in action, and that's a sign of the city moving forward, being a little progressive when we start seeing some building going on, and we see the cranes. There's another one down yonder. And it's not lit up now, but the top of the Penobscot. All right, well, Kansas City tied it up. It's up to 40 degrees, and that was a nice catch. They have a smoking section. It's just like one, I think, there. There's your menu, or the cold beer. Here's your hot dog, $6.75. And after 3 innings, and after 6 innings, the grounds crew will go out there and sweep the infield. Goodrum is playing center field. I think he had a good game too. But this is kind of like a standing room thing, but you kind of get what the center field camera guy gets, or close to it. He got him. All right, well, here's a big piggy bank, a giant piggy bank. But please keep off. But we watched 3 innings from inside, and then Darren and I said, okay, we're going to walk around. I'd like to get the big tour, an overview of what's happening. And not everybody gets a ticket for opening day, but the party is still outside. Here for mature audiences only, but yeah, this is the Stop in the Name of Love statue. And somebody was playing cards. Maybe the game didn't go so well. But here, check this out. And they got some nice glass work up top. I think it's the Grand Circus Diner. Blue. Well, this is, if you like to dance, this is a dance establishment. And they had free hot dogs too, so I helped myself. Okay, there's plenty to see and do, so we got to keep on moving. But down Main Street, Detroit, Woodward Avenue. But then tucked in downtown Louis. We're going to go inside there, a Jewish synagogue. And some murals on some of these buildings, which is nice. But I wanted to see if this speakeasy was open. Cafe de Mongos. They're usually just open the weekend, but no, they were closed. Bummer. But they have good synergy with the downtown synagogue. Oh, mature audiences only. Kid you not. Every now and then, these women show up naked on buildings. The upper level here, but it's a nice little place where you can get a drink. Dancing Berries. I said, okay, I'm going to try that. Downtown Louis, 30 Clifford Street. Still 40 degrees. And I see where they come up with Dancing Berries as a name, because there's a berry stuck on the side. Okay. We were going to have that stoppage with Mexico. Stop the border. But my friend Darren got the guacamole thing, and a lot of people were worried if they shut down the border, it would stop the guacamole pipeline. And some people were a little nervous about that, but luckily, not to worry. Game is still on, and we're monitoring it, and All the establishments in Detroit are keeping an eye on the game. Everybody's in on the action. The City Club, apartments. So look at this new construction. Yes, urban planning. And that was planned some time ago, but yeah, it will spur other development. Everything's a piece of the puzzle. We have to look. Kale's building started it a while back. Look at the action going here. Squirrels or something drinking from the trough. Cliff Bells. Oh, that's a class joint, but they have the live music, so it was $10 cover, and if we were to stay there, that would have worked. But anyways, Cliff Bells, you owe it to yourself. I could have taken a spin on this, but I think it would be hard with the camcorder. All right, so not far from Comerica Park. We're still monitoring how the game's going. Atlanta. Now, I think the idea was they were going to tear these down, but they look solid. Here, the Man in the City. Like I said, there'll be an event on that in a couple of weeks, hopefully. They say the District Detroit. I like to say Lower Cass Corridor. Here, this is butt ugly, this parking deck. They need to commission an artist or something and do something to brighten that up. So, here, $40. My Lord, that's like throwing money away. Yikes. Hotel Eddystone. That's like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. All right, beer. So this still is the red light district over here. Detroit's up 5-4. And look at here, Cass Corridor. Take a walk on the wild side. Oh, yes. Oh, mature audiences only. Oh, is that fair enough warning? Cover your eyes. Neon. I don't know if I got that disclaimer in time. But, and that did it. Yeah. And when you win opening day, like, life is good, right? All is well. Yeah. Ah. All right, so the fans certainly left happy all and around. It was good to do. Chinatown, they had those symbols on either end of Peterborough. Detroit Bike Shop, so you see more of these bike shops and repair and selling used bikes, which is all neat. Here we have a beer company, K9 to 5. They've expanded. This Man in the City. Now, I told the artist you could do a Woman in the City, and certainly for businesses owned by women, that would be a nice touch, but we'll see. That's just a thought. The Hub, here's, like I was saying, another bike place, and they have used bikes. Another church. Or I might have shown that church already. Okay, now we're going to step inside the old Miami. And I kid you not, the entertainment's great. Sometimes they have a cover charge. Coleman Young, here's I Am Detroit. Artist was. And then a lot of bands have been here, so some of the stickers are probably from way back. But yeah, classic Detroit music hangout. And the pool table always gets action. And a nice sign there for the ladies. Instead of men and women, it that stands out. And, well, decorated up with Vietnam stuff and whatnot. So you have to spend a little time and walk around, check out the walls. Detroit Rock City. And so If you played in a band, you could put your sticker up there, and then this would be the stage, and you'd be looking out. That would be the view you would have. Rock on. But they have the back 40 and a nice grassy area. Certainly in the summertime, it's nice to relax out here. Just kind of kick back. You get the fresh air. Don't let the gargoyles scare you or nothing. Here are the 4 Detroit teams, and they're all back in the city, which is good. And within a stone's throw, they play within like a stone's throw of each other. And whitefish, yellowfish, goldfish, or redfish. Oop, mature audiences only. Oh, man. It's crazy sometimes. You have to be careful when you're videotaping, even though it's out in the public. So I apologize for that. But art is everywhere. Here you kind of get the silhouette, but this is done up with, looks like auto parts here. And this was done back up in 96. Oh, they're on to me. I'm not sure those distances are accurate. And, well, in the wintertime, yeah, though. Oh, mature audiences only again. Oh, my gosh. What was this artist thinking? It's just a fireplace. Oh, Lord. All right, well, Daly in the Alley, that's like an only in Detroit kind of thing, and that's a fun thing. So they have posters from the past, and that is a good time to be sure. That's the opening weekend for the Wayne State students. It's like the first Saturday after Labor Day or something like that. Here, the bike thing. People do up their bikes. That is for sure. Now, it's a quarter pounder with cheese. Not a Whopper with cheese. Quarter. All right. Well, I told my friend Darren this Cobb Corner place has some good sliders. So, can't miss out on that. The Charles, this is nice. And Mario's. Oh, I didn't show the sliders this time, but oh man, for $250, how can you go wrong? And again, another look here at the Willis Show Bar, and they have burlesque entertainment. So, which would be kind of, because it harkens back to the day, so it's a little risque, but it's not like they don't show everything. It's burlesque, but it's fun, and you can probably dress up a little bit and show off, so I got to get myself a hat and get dressed up and check that place out. Again, I want to see the entertainment. Cass Barr, she was in the news lately. She was accused of a crime, but it remains to be seen how that goes. But that was with the Dearborn Police Department. So here, the big tire, the giant tire. I'm going to correct myself. There's a lot of big tires, and there's monster tires out there, but that is officially known as the giant tire. All right. Well, that was the end of opening day. Got about 10 minutes left. And this will be, listen to this.
Shot over 2 nights at LA's New Temple Missionary Baptist Church.
It's just a stone's thing.
It is clear there was more than magic in the air. Still unclear, did not want it released. After her passing, her family believed Aretha's light should shine again.
NBC Nightly News for this Friday. I'm Lester Holt for all of us here.
Oh, I had to show that. That was Aretha Franklin. She did the movie, or had the movie done, Amazing Grace, and they're going to release it. So I'm waiting for that movie to come out. But what a Detroit treasure, certainly. And then she was just there on the national news. But now the Hash Bash, and this was Saturday, April 6th. This could also be another official first day of spring, too. But I'm going on, what is going on here? Looks like a sporting contest. Those are the cross streets there where I parked. But the traffic was real heavy, so I decided, hey, I'm going to walk a country mile again. This is the first half. U of M is up 1-0 over the University of Indiana, or Indiana University. So it's been a while since I've watched field hockey, but it's kind of like ice hockey a little bit, but instead of a puck, you have a ball. And you have more players. But a fast-moving sport. And so, yeah, it was a beautiful day here. Few clouds in the sky, but, geez, we were due for a nice one. U of M just scored there. And so that's going to make it 2-0. This was free. It was one of those RIF events, walk right in free. So you can get here by bus. They have a good public transit system in Ann Arbor. That's one of the things that's always spelled out that makes it a good city to live in. All right, there's a good look at the goalie. All right, they have hybrid electric clean mobiles, Planet Blue. Schembechler Hall, I've heard of the guy before. Those who stay will be champions. Yes, the face looks familiar. But they have quite the athletic complex here. This is an old school building, but it's got style. And they have a place here to park your moped. Quite a big parking area for the mopeds. Look at the brickwork here, how they do the arches above. That would have cost extra to do that detail and stuff, but hey, back in the day, it's like, hey, let's make the building look good. Put a little detail. They got grilled cheesery. So walking up to the main campus, up State Street, and I'm getting close here. Now the Monroe Street Fair, there's like two sections, the Monroe Street Fair and then the Diax. So we're going to check. This is the 18th annual, so this came after the original Hash Bash. This is the street fair. And so we'll take a little look, and then they'll have some music and so forth. I like some of the buildings.
Yeah, but check this out, man. Good meet you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but fine. See what he's got wax on it.
Cloud day. This is an architecturally cool looking building. This one's got a fancy weather vane. But yeah, they blocked off some streets here. So Monroe Street, that was a big deal. A lot of people congregating here and enjoying the nice sun. Here's a greenhouse. Green Planet. Okay. But, yeah, right on campus. Here's a couple of the U of M buildings. Well, look at the smokestack here. We got different designs and different colors on the top there, too. Now, this is, it kind of looks like it could be a diag, but no. This is a hexagon here. There are 3 crossing paths. So they could call that the hexagon. I'm going to try to make it to the diag, but that'll be near the top of the hour. Ooh, in 3 more minutes, hopefully. John F. Kennedy, they're refurbishing the Union here, but they had a nice historical marker for where he spoke and got people into the Peace Corps, which is still going on to this day. Okay, you are here, and I just have to walk north a little bit. And there's the diag. But I'm going to run out of time here shortly. This is like a big rocking chair here, or a swing. But yeah, you could sit in there and do it up. It's probably rated for 30,000 tons. Here, the Newberry Hall. And then you got the columns. Some nice architecture. Oh, we got to read this, though. Okay, religion, morality, and knowledge being necessary to good government and the happiness of mankind. Yes, happiness of mankind. Schools and the means of education shall forever be encouraged. Yes, we should encourage people to get further education. Knowledge is power. All right, well, some creative people here.
Lay down. Lay down.
Folks, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be, and check out next week's show. Good night.
Yeah, if you come to Toronto, you'll definitely